So what I have here is my iPad, and it is connected to my camera with a capture input, like a capture card, right?
Yeah.
But I'm actually not recording on the iPad. The iPad is just to view you and to view me. Like, so I can just make sure my framing is right, because I have the camera right there and it's recording. But the camera's not actually hooked up to my computer or anything. So this is neat. I like this.
I mean, you look great. Like, your bokeh's dope. You're clear. You know, you got that triple. Oh no, is that triple? Oh, that's the laptop on the left. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That setup behind you looks nice. You know.
Yeah, and what you're seeing is actually, yeah. All right, so you are actually seeing my actual feed. That's the benefit.
That's what's cool about it. So you have exactly. So it's like, I have two setups. I'm viewing what the viewer is viewing, but I'm also viewing. You're viewing me twice in two different ways. Or you will see me. Like,
yeah,
you're seeing me on my FaceTime camera, and then the viewers are seeing something else.
Yeah, exactly. But what you're seeing is the actual feed. Obviously, it's going to be a way higher quality because this is not HDR or anything. It's kind of blah, but. Yeah, it looks pretty good, I have to say. I think this is how I'm going to start doing my talking heads setups too. So the A-roll.
I think it looks great.
I think I'm going to start doing A-roll like this, yeah. So for the AirTag review, that's what I'm actually working on now. So hopefully I'll have that out today. We'll see.
Are you tearing it down too, or no? Nah? Okay.
Nah.
So you can pop that thing open?
I'll say
no, you're doing the battery swap, right?
I might do that. I'll save the teardown for you if you want to do you got one?
Well, I'm going to an Apple store today because I got to go fix my cracked screen.
Oh.
So maybe I'll pick one up.
How did that happen? How did you crack your screen?
Tale as old as time. My phone was in my lap in the car, and I got out of the car without grabbing the phone, and it just fell right onto the concrete, right onto the pavement.
And you don't use a case?
Face down. No, the thing is, I had a case. One of the thin Pitaka ones. So, I mean, I'm no hate towards them or whatever. Like, I've been using their cases for a while, but no screen protector. The thing landed face down, and then it just cracked on the corner. And it's been getting worse and worse every day.
And you don't have Apple Care Plus.
And I don't have Apple Care at all. Plus, minus, in between, nothing. Which is crazy. So it's going to cost me $329 to replace that screen.
Wow. So,
I tried to like sign up for the new Apple Care like subscription and tried to add it. I tried to do a whole bunch of things to try to work around it. No dice.
How did it know? Oh, because it's been so long, I guess.
Yeah, it's based on like your serial number and how long you bought it. I think you get 30 days after purchase to add Apple Care for most products, and it's been past 30 days.
Yeah.
So,
well,
it's a sad day.
Yeah.
And now, and again, last year I had Apple Care, and I was like, I don't need Apple Care. I've never shattered my phone. Like, I got cases for days. Like, you know. Let me save my $20 a month, and then of course it happens.
Well, you're probably broke even by now. Like. You know, all the money you'd be paying a month, it to me it's a wash. It's like they wouldn't offer Apple Care if it was a cost to them, right? So they're making money off that. So it's not really, I think it's more like, I don't know, it's just you were due for that.
Yeah. And then what's crazy is that dude, the other day I forgot to mention, I dropped my iPad down the stairs. I don't even know what situation. I don't know how it happened. I think I like stumbled a little bit, and then I had my iPad open with it was attached to the MacBook or the Magic Keyboard, and then I kind of stumbled and I like lost grip of the Magic Keyboard, and then it popped off the magnet. So the iPad is just rolling down the stairs, landed face down at the bottom step. Nothing, not a dent. Nothing happened to the iPad.
Yeah. Do you have carpet on your steps?
Like the middle section is carpet, so there's like a carpet like thing.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, so that was definitely a big deal.
Yeah,
but it landed on the bottom floor, which is not carpet. It's wood. So I mean, it's not like tile or anything hard, but like.
Yeah, I've dropped my iPad on the wood before, and I do have a couple of little dings, but for the most part, they hold up pretty well, I have to say. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
iPad durability check plus, and it's funny because there's been a lot of these tweets going around about the iPhone being aluminum this year versus titanium, and how it's like not as strong and it dents easy and it's more malleable, and it's just funny. And then now mine bit the dust, but the casing on the iPhone is fine. It's just a screen shattered. So, yeah.
Well, I will say that this report today that Ryan just posted, it says Tim Cook hints at never been seen innovations coming this year.
Oh yeah,
That's pretty.
I like
that's
that.
a pretty bold statement. Like, I mean, this is the company that has launched the Vision Pro, which was mind blowing in a lot of ways. Granted, it's not a consumer product, so to speak.
Yeah, it's not very accessible to most people.
Not accessible,
you know?
but very amazing in the technology. And he's saying that never seen before innovations, never been seen innovations. Like, what could that possibly be?
I wonder. And it's plural, right? So like, it's got to be more than just one thing. I mean, the first thing that came to mind was the iPhone Fold, but I mean, does he mean never before seen by Apple, or just never before seen in general?
It sounds like
You know
in
what I mean?
general. Like,
All right, because I mean, what do you think he's like referring to?
I mean,
there?
maybe the folding technology is such that, when I kind of think of, like, such that there is zero discernible separation in the screen. Like, when you unfold it, it looks just like,
not a crease.
almost like the crease disappears.
Yeah,
And no demarcation line. Like, almost like you would have to like angle it at a certain angle to be able to see that, oh, that's actually not one screen, but it's two. Like, that sort of that's the type of innovation I would think would pertain to the Fold. Like, it, and I don't really imagine Apple doing it any other way. Like, I don't see them. They would never ship a phone with this unsightly crease in it. They just wouldn't do it.
yeah. I mean, I think that's the main reason they have waited so long to put one out. They've just been waiting. They're seeing what other companies are doing, because like, you have the regular crease that Samsung has done for years. You have the teardrop crease that I think Razer, Motorola did for a while. So I mean, they're probably doing their own version of whatever their foldable tech is going to be. And yeah, I think they're going to ship us a like pristine Gen 1 product, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they've had like 10 years to kind of look into what everybody else is doing.
Has it been that long? Man, I guess it has been. Oh,
I mean, they're on
it's
Fold 7 is the latest Fold.
okay.
Right? I mean, and Samsung just announced their trifold. They're already going into a different product category, sort of. Which is crazy.
It's a cool product, that trifold. But I will say though, man, like, if Apple can ship something where there's no, like, you open it up and it's like an iPad, right? Like, you can't. I mean, just imagine the iPad Pro, the 13-inch Pro, in a foldable format. Like, think how portable that would be.
Yes.
That would be insane.
Yeah.
That would be.
I just love to fold this thing up. Like, I'm done. Let me take it off the keyboard, fold it
Yeah,
up.
you would be
put
in
it my,
line day
like,
one.
big pocket.
No doubt about that. Like, that would be amazing. But just think how compact it would be. It would be, I mean, not the size of a 13 Pro Max, but it would be getting close to that size. Especially
Yeah.
the 11-inch version. Like, the 11-inch iPad, that would be close to.
I think that would be perfect.
Yeah.
That would be perfect for a lot of people in a lot of situations.
And think about how thin.
Which, I mean, I'm excited
How
for
thin
it.
they are. Like, the iPad's already ridiculously thin. So
Yeah, so it wouldn't be like unheard, because right now, what is it, 5.1 millimeters on the iPad Pro, for the big one at least. Fold that in half, you're at like 10 millimeters, 10.2. What is the current Pro Max is like 8.5 millimeters, so it's not that much thicker if you think about it. Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would go a little thicker to have that ability for sure. 100%.
Absolutely.
And I have a Fold 7, and it's like amazing how thin that is when it's folded up. I think it is around 8.5, maybe 9 millimeters thick when it's folded.
Yeah.
And it feels like a normal phone for the most part.
Yeah.
Right? So if Apple can get us there, have a creaseless design, and give us like a good differentiator software-wise on like what it's like closed versus open, and give us some, like the way they market it to us and sell it to us in terms of this being a real 2-in-1, I think Apple's going to maybe not sell like hotcakes. It's going to be expensive, but I think they're going to make a good case as to they'll take over foldable market share, especially here in the U.S. right away.
Yeah. 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 So I'm interested. I mean, that's a pretty bullish outlook for, a company that is kind of had some hard times in this past year. So that's a positive outlook and for the future for Apple at least. So yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to the Fold. I am genuinely excited about that. I was not excited about the 17. I didn't even upgrade. I didn't even upgrade it. That's the first time I have not upgraded my iPhone ever.
You're still on the 16
Yes.
Pro? Interesting.
Ever. Like I've never not upgraded my iPhone since the going all the way back.
The OG, yeah.
First year.
I mean, there isn't much. There isn't much to really. Yeah, the upgrade isn't that crazy. I mean, right now I'm recording on my 16 Pro. I'm recording on the 16 Pro right now, the main, and for the most part, you can't really tell the difference at all. So it's not. You're right. It's not really worth it.
Yeah.
Unless for some reason you really, really want Cosmic Orange.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah,
I mean, it's there's some things that are compelling about it, but it's just not overall package. It just. It's the first year I feel like, okay, I'm just not going to do it. So
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. But I also think in terms of other innovations this year, Apple with their whole like Gemini thing, I think that's also what he's alluding to, that Gemini partnership, what Apple Intelligence is going to look like by the end of this year. And I think it's going to coincide with whatever like home hub, home pod, home pad product that they're going to release. Because it's supposed to be coming out this year. And I think it's going to kind of go alongside that with Apple's like smart home and home OS. I think that's going to be something brand new that Apple's going to step into.
Yeah, I could see that. And then, of course, you have the so-called Apple glasses, which I think those are 2027, I think. So I don't think that's in the cards for this year. But lots of stuff to look forward to. Yeah. And, of course, new Macs. Maybe there'll be cellular Macs coming soon. We'll see.
I hope so, man. I hope so.
So, yeah.
Because I mean, which is crazy. I don't know why they haven't done that. Maybe to give the iPad a leg up? I mean, I don't know why.
I think mainly the whole thing was they didn't own the modem. Like, they didn't. So now that they make their own modems, like, I think battery life had a lot to do with it. And then, of course, licensing fees. Now that they don't have that, then I think they're more apt to do that. They could just have a lot more end-to-end control, like full stack control from top to bottom over the modem, and that would give them a lot more ability to customize it in such a way that works for that particular platform. So yeah, so you're not a Mac user though, so not really. Like, you use the Mac, but you're more of an iPad user. But do you see the appeal of cellular Macs?
Oh yeah, heck yeah. I mean, I again, that's why I'm always wondering, like, why not put that in the 13-inch MacBook Air, or back then when the 12-inch MacBook was around, that would have been the perfect showcase for a cellular data Mac. Because, I mean, they're everywhere. Everybody's using their Macs, and, like, being able to use it on the road, literally, like, if you're on an RV or, like, you're on a bus, or because I guess most places nowadays, if you're going to go sit down and work, you have access to Wi-Fi, whether it is your home office or a Starbucks or a co-working space. But some people work on the go. Like, they'll have somebody driving them in the back of an Uber. They got to get some work done. Instead of hotspotting or relying on something else, they could just connect directly on there. Because I've never been a fan of hotspotting. Like, it works fine if you use your phone as a hotspot. People buy dedicated hotspots also. But I've always thought they're kind of useless. Because, like, if your phone isn't getting service, the hotspot's not going to get service either, I don't know. I could be kind of a, what's it called? The odd man out in that situation. But having the cellular data directly on device makes it the experience just seamless.
Oh yeah. I mean, it just does. Now, I will say though that Apple, the ecosystem, they are so good at, like, I pick up my iPad, and if I don't have internet, I have internet because it's automatically tethering to my phone. So it's kind of hard for me to justify having a cellular iPad, even though I do. But I don't actually use this built-in cellular on the iPad. I actually just,
like, you're not paying for it, right?
Because it's just like, this works perfectly fine. For the few times that I do need it, it's just always on. It's ready to go. Like, I pick it up and it's connected.
No, even with that ecosystem comment, it's true. Like, even if you have like a family, like you have an Apple ID family plan or whatever it is, like if I run out of service or I don't have service on my iPad and my wife's phone is next to me, it'll ask if I want to connect to my wife's phone to hotspot, which is cool. So I mean, like you said, there's very rare situations where I need to get on my iPad and I'm not around Wi-Fi. Like you said, but on the off chances that I am, hotspot is enough. Like I'm not gonna sit there and hotspot and upload a video. Like that's not gonna happen. So if I need to do a quick little research or check into something or jump on Slack, then I could hotspot for a couple minutes and be good to go.
Yeah. So the big news, you mentioned you were going to the Apple Store. Are you going to pick up a new AirTag? The AirTag's just launched.
I guess I'll pick up an AirTag. I'm spending $330 anyway. What's another $29 to get me the AirTag? Just to kind of see what the difference is. Because I think I have, in total, probably like 6 or 7 AirTags, the Gen 1s, laying around the house. And I'm curious to see if there is any difference. Apple saying 2x better distance, louder speaker.
Just in case you lose your house, like you can't find where you're.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if anything, I have them all, but I don't know where they are. I have like 2 that I know exactly where they are, and these other ones are just I got to use the AirTag tag to find them because they're just like scattered around the house.
So there really isn't. I got one yesterday or day before yesterday. I can't remember, but they are virtually the same product. Like it's almost you can't really tell from the outside. There's like the text is in uppercase on the rear. There's some little bitty incremental design changes internally. Like if you look at the back cover of the AirTag 2, you'll notice that the little flap that connects is a little bit different design wise. There's some different regulatory information, like little logos in the inside on the white part of it. But other than that, I feel like the magnet's also a little bit stronger, but that could just be because my AirTags are old. The little magnet that keeps the battery in there is like magnetized. So I feel like it's a little bit stronger on the 2, but maybe it's just anecdotal. So, I mean, functionality wise, there are some differences. The speaker is louder. So I'm not sure if that design on the back cover has something to do with like projecting the audio.
More space. Yeah.
But the speaker is louder. It's also in a different key. So it's like a different tone, sort of. It's higher pitched.
Okay.
So there's that. And it's definitely louder. You can hear it from farther away. The precision finding is obviously we had precision finding with the old AirTag with, if you have a phone with ultra wideband, that's been a thing. But now the precision finding works on the Apple Watch for those with the ultra wideband second generation. So for instance, my Apple Watch Ultra 2, it's not the latest and greatest. It's not the 3, but it has the second generation ultra wideband chip, just like the third generation Apple Watch Ultra.
Okay.
And you have precision finding on that. So you can use your phone use your watch just like you would your iPhone to find. And it'll tell you the direction. It'll tell you how close you are. You get haptic feedback on your wrist. It's kind of cool. Mm-hmm. But...
And if you do want to test it out on your Apple Watch and you don't have an AirTag 2, use it to find your iPhone because you get that same exact user experience.
Exactly.
Which is... I love that little UI.
Yeah. That all being said, it's a little cumbersome to get to it on the... I feel like it's something that's like a little rush because, like, first of all, if you go into the find, I think it's called find items.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Find? Because there's like 3 different find things. There's like find people, find
You're so right. I've never... find devices, find items, find people.
Yeah.
I've never even looked at this.
Yeah. So find items is where you would go into. But from the find items page, there's no real way to enable precision finding from there. The only way you can get to precision finding with the AirTag 2 is to go into Control Center, add a find item, add that particular AirTag, and then you can just search for that particular AirTag with precision finding via Control Center, which is really awkward. Like it's not super intuitive because you would think you'd be able to do that directly from the Find Items app, but maybe they'll update that in a future version of iOS and watchOS.
I guess because that's the way you currently activate, like when you find your iPhone or whatever, it's in the control center, and that's how it activates the Find My like precision finding. But yeah, that is cumbersome to get through.
Yeah, it's a little cumbersome to set up because it's not super obvious. Because I mean, if no one knew that was a thing, like there's no way they would find that. Like it's so buried. Like you have to go through a bunch of menus when the app itself that you would think that would present that as an option, but I don't know. Maybe in the future.
Okay.
So
but is the experience the same?
Yeah.
Like on like the UI, everything else.
Everything else
right?
is the same.
Okay.
You get a little bit. It's improved Bluetooth range, so you can find stuff from a further distance as well. Okay. And then, of course, there's the precision finding. I think that's pretty much it, though. I mean, there's not a lot of updates to that. Not that it needed it, but yeah.
Yeah. But same price.
Yep.
Right? Still $29 or $99 for the 4-pack. And all of your accessories, if you have like key fobs and keychains or whatever.
That's a good point. So because it's the same design, thankfully, right? It's like, hold on, what was it? It was...
They didn't add a AirTag Plateau to change it up?
Yeah, so I mean, that's a good thing because you don't want... Because all the accessories still work and everything like that, so you can have your keychains or whatever. I do wish the AirTag had something to where you could actually mount like a lanyard directly on the tag itself.
Yeah, like give us a little lanyard loop, just a little double hole in there, to be able to fit something in there. I do wish they did that as well. Because then I mean, on Amazon you can find them pretty cheap, but I think the cheapest one on Apple's site is like $15 or $13 or something like that. So you end up spending like $35 on like $45 on an AirTag if you want to mount it to something. Yeah,
basically. Yeah, same battery though, so same CR2032 battery. That rolls right off the tongue.
Nice.
And the Bluetooth does make it faster to connect to it. So I did notice that it seems to be faster to connect. And not only is it faster, but like it can connect from a longer distance. I didn't really notice like the precision finding on the watch to be like anything to write home about as far as distance is concerned, but yeah, it all works pretty much how you would expect it to work. So I'll have a video on that hopefully today.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'll be the first one to watch, I promise.
Okay. Alrighty.
Yeah.
So there's the AirTag. And I guess the other big news this week was the Creator. Is it? I can never get this right. Is it Creator Studio or Creative Studio?
Creator.
Because I always want to.
Creator Studio. Yeah.
Okay. So
and it was an interesting release, right? Because because obviously there's a overlap in some of the applications, right? You have like the iWork suite that has been free, so if you have like those apps, those remain in the same app color and app look. But then you have Creator Studio, you have like a dark mode pages icon and things like that. And did you sign up for it? Or are you going to try it out?
I have not signed up for it, and the thing is, it's so. I was confused about this as well. And it's like, so I did not sign up, but I noticed on my phone that the icons were updated. So, So I think it's using those same, like, I don't know. I guess the binaries are the same. Let me just pull it up. So like, yeah, so there's only one Numbers app. Yeah, so it's basically the Numbers app that's downloaded on your phone that you had yesterday or 2 days ago or last week or last year. That's the same app that's a part of the Creator Studio bundle, apparently. It's the same thing. So you don't get a new app icon, at least on the iPhone.
I think for Mac it is a little different.
Yeah.
On the Mac, yeah.
For the Mac is different.
You have like the two different applications.
Yeah, because I still have my old Final Cut Pro icon, which I do not want to give up. I mean, it's not like you can't go in and change it. I mean, you could change it yourself if you want to. But But that being said, I'm happy to see that all the Final Cut Pro features, or most of them, come to ones who purchased the standalone version of Final Cut Pro. And some of those features are really cool. I already started using the beat matching. to where
Okay.
it'll actually give you like little lines on the timeline to show you the transients, and so you can match up your footage to the beat. It's pretty cool.
Ooh, that's gonna be nice for like music videos.
Yeah, or anything really. I mean, but music
Right, yeah.
music videos, it's going to be cool for sure. Like I could see this being very useful. Granted, you could always just look at the waveform and kind of like if you've been doing this for a
Yeah.
while, you can kind of tell where your transients are and be able to.
But
Yeah, but this makes it even better because it like snaps to it. So that's
oh, that is
Yeah,
nice.
it is nice.
Okay. Instead of having to like zoom all the way in and then kind of put the clip exactly where you want
yeah.
it. Okay.
Yeah. So
That is convenient.
that's good. That's the only feature I've tried thus far, really. I haven't tried some of the others, but that was the one to me that stands out as
I mean,
as what I'll use.
I definitely still think it's good value, for people that don't have any of the one-time purchases. Maybe they're new to editing in Logic or Final Cut. There is that 1 month free trial, which is like a full version of everything. And then also, I think Ryan mentioned, look in your settings, because depending on when you bought a product of sorts, he got an iPad like 4 months ago, and he's offered a 3-month free trial, right? So like just checking your settings, checking your iPhone or your iPad or even your Mac, depending on when you got it. Even if it's like a 6-month-old purchase, you might be able to get up to 3 months.
Where would you
too.
check that at?
I think when you download Creator Studio or when you sign up for it, it'll offer it.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He said it just kind of like popped up for him. And he says he doesn't know how far back it goes, but he was offered 3 months free trial. And I've seen Apple do that with like Apple Music before and stuff like that. So it makes sense.
Yeah, I think it's a great deal.
You know?
Honestly, I mean, I know the last episode we kind of talked about it, or was that the episode before last? I can't remember now. But
Yeah,
but
we talked about the subscription fatigue.
Yeah, and I get that, and I agree. I'm not looking forward to paying $13 a month for this. Like, I don't think I will.
Yeah.
But if you don't own any of the apps, I think it's a really fair deal. Like, given all the stuff that's included in there, Final Cut, Motion, Logic. I mean, Logic itself is like, if Apple wasn't Apple and they didn't make all their money off hardware and they were just a software company, Logic would probably cost $1,000. Like, just honestly,
Interesting.
it's that.
I mean, yeah, I know a lot of people use it.
It's super deep. Like, there's just so much
Yeah.
there, so much value. With even just like the stock sounds that come with it, you don't even need any other plugins or extra sounds or samples or anything. You could do tons of stuff within Logic just on the base, what comes with it. And it's for the price at $199, it's an absolute steal. Like, it really is. Basically, they're subsidizing the cost of that pretty much.
They gotta be.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is.
I mean, so is that what you've been using?
I use Ableton and I use Logic. I've started messing around with Logic a little bit more recently. And I mean, both of them are very powerful apps. Logic is it's great for like if you're composing like musical scores and stuff for movies and stuff like that. It's really cool.
Because for those that don't know, Jeff Benjamin has a hidden talent.
Nah, not at all.
I'll leave it at that.
Not at all. Not at all. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, so that the Creator Studio, what do you think about it? Are you going to? I don't imagine you would subscribe, but maybe I'm wrong.
Now, for me, it doesn't make sense just because I don't use pretty much any of the applications. If anything, I used to think of Microsoft PowerPoint had that cool, like their Copilot tool is cool to like create AI versions of like a presentation and things like that. From a design standpoint, like I would almost find more use in the iWork, whatever they're going to add to the AI version of those applications, right? To like help you create things a little easier and produce things a little easier. But on the creative side, like the Final Cuts, the Logic Pro, all that, I don't use that. I have different apps for those. So for those use cases. So I just don't really see myself jumping into that. I really don't.
Yeah, I could.
Maybe that'll change.
I could potentially, if Apple, because they don't allow you to purchase Final Cut or Logic on the iPad, right? If they produce something really compelling, like mobile editing, and they really made it powerful for Final Cut, for mobile editing, I could definitely see myself subscribing to this. Because, and I think it's,
But you can still just subscribe for $5 a month, right?
But I mean, at that point, it's kind of a watch. It's like, okay, well, I'm paying
Might as well get everything else.
that much. Might as well get everything else with it. But yeah, you could still subscribe there. But I do wish there was a way to just purchase it. But
I agree.
if they come out with some like a lot of power user features, they really make the parity between it and the Mac version, because Logic is more, it's closer to the full version of Logic than Final Cut Pro is on the iPad to the full version of Final Cut Pro. Way closer. If they were able to do,
I mean, people use it for sure.
yeah,
Shout out to Henny.
yeah,
Whoever remembers him.
yeah. So I mean, it's powerful. But if they can do something, I think they will. Like, I think now they're definitely incentivized to make the apps that are in the Creator Studio that much better. And I think we've seen that. Like, some of the features, even though they've come to all the versions, like Final Cut, like some of those are pretty outstanding features. And I'm going to do a full video on those as well here soon. So, yeah, I like it. I think it's a good deal, especially here. Like, you think about the family sharing. So you could actually
you can share with 6 people.
Is it 6 or 5? I think
maybe 5. Like you plus 5, maybe. Like the main user plus 5.
Either way,
more, which is insane.
Yeah, that is insane. So you think about $12.99 divided by 6. Now you're really getting into some.
Now you're cooking.
Like if you have a family, or even if it's just friends, and y'all want to say, "Hey, let's go in on the Creator Studio." I mean, these are powerful apps, man. Right. Like you got to. I don't think people realize how powerful Final Cut Motion. It's not like. I think there's probably like a little bit more like legwork you have to do for some of the features and integrations, but there's a lot of powerful things you can do in these applications. Like for instance, I use Final Cut almost as an image editor. Like I do my thumbnails and stuff in Final Cut.
I've heard people do that. Yeah,
it's cool, man. Like I mean, there's so much you can do in that. It's insane. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
And I also think this is a big play to grab Adobe users, because Adobe, like we talked about last week, Adobe is so expensive comparatively, and like we spoke about, like Apple's hardware has gotten so good that people are upgrading less often. And I mean, Apple did come out with their earnings report. I mean, they're making $30 billion in service revenue, which is insane. But I think they want to up that number. They want that to be like their number one moneymaker moving forward. You know, because right now I'm looking at the numbers. The iPhone is still king for Apple, and it'll forever be. But they want to get that services revenue to kind of creep up to where the iPhone is. I think, you know, because at the end of the day, Tim Cook this is a business. You know, they gotta make money for the shareholders.
Yeah. Well, moving on.
Unfortunately or fortunately.
Yeah. Moving on. Moving on. Like. But I think it is an incredible deal. I think it's a really good deal. I do have subscription fatigue, but if you're somebody who doesn't have these apps already and you have family and friends that like would want to use them as well, I think that's a great deal. Creator Studio.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's a tool, right? Like ideally, it's going to help you make money. So as opposed to like a subscription like to Netflix or YouTube or something like that. So, and if you're a student, $2.99. Wild. That's insane. Or $30 a year.
Yeah. Don't get family sharing though, but that is pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
what we had this week.
That's pretty much it. I wanted to mention one thing though, because I actually got a lot of stuff on this list. I have a list of video ideas like that I'm working on right now. Mm-hmm. One of them, there's a lot of them, but so did you know? I probably shouldn't talk about it. I probably should just make the video first. But anyway. So you can use your iPad as an external monitor for your Mac, right? Like we know that Sidecar, that's been a thing. Yeah. But I had no idea that supported HDR. Did you know that?
I don't think HDR. I didn't know. I don't think I knew that. I knew that you can use the iPad as a reference monitor. There's like this reference monitor mode.
That's how you enable. I had no idea that was a way to enable that.
That meant HDR.
Yeah.
I mean, I've told people the iPad Pro, if it was just a portable monitor and nothing else, and it was gutted at everything else, it would still be worth the like $8,000 to $1,000 because of how good the display on iPad Pro has been since 2018.
So if you're editing HDR video and you don't have a newer Mac with the XDR display,
mini LED and all that.
Hey, there's your iPad Pro right there. You can turn on reference mode, Sidecar, and then you have full-on HDR output right there. It's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
And I don't think it needs to be the new tandem OLED iPad. I think you can use the mini LED one also,
I would
right?
think so.
Like you can go
I
back
would think
to,
so.
So if you find yourself a used like M1 iPad Pro, all of a sudden you have like a $500 reference monitor that can do a lot more.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't tested that, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. So that's one thing that I found that was really cool. Another thing, I guess I shouldn't talk about this, but another thing that I find is really cool is the ability to use high performance mode for screen sharing. Have you ever done that?
I've never even heard of that. What is that? What does that mean? High
Yeah, so the
performance mode?
Mac screen sharing utility,
Yeah.
like you can screen share to your Mac like normal, right? But the problem with that is that like trying to edit a video through a screen share would be very awkward, right? Because the stutter and the lag, or
Latency,
even like not being able to hear the audio output from the device you're screen sharing, from.
True. In real time.
That's always made it difficult for that. But a few years ago, Apple introduced high performance mode. It's something I forgot about, and I was thinking to myself, hey, let me try this high performance mode out, because I have a Mac Mini like mounted under my desk, but I'm not actually using it as my actual computer. So I'm like, let me just high performance connect to that. And I did it, and I was blown away. Like, I couldn't believe how like smooth and seamless the animations were. I mean, it felt like I was just using that particular machine directly. Even the audio.
So you were using your laptop to virtually edit something on the Mac Mini, and there was no latency. It was no stuttering, and yeah, the sound is a big one when it comes to like virtually doing that stuff, where like there's like a disconnect between the sound and who's talking. So the sound's
actually
like
piped through the actual computer that you're viewing it through.
Wow.
Right? So it's not like, so without high performance mode, the sound it wouldn't even route to that device. It would just like, it would come out of my Mac Mini speaker, right? But as soon as I use high performance mode, then it just used my actual speaker setup.
And how do you definitely got to make a video on this now, because it's basically like a built-in virtual machine, because like you can leave your Mac at home turned on, and you're using your laptop at a coffee shop or whatever, and you can
the caveat
remote in, or do you have to be on the same Wi-Fi?
I don't know. You don't have to, but it has to be a fast connection. It has to be 75 megabits, which isn't like super fast anyway, 75 megabits per second. But I used a hardwired connection between the two, and it was really, really smooth. I don't know. That's something to test though. How, like, what are the limits for this? But think about that, like editing a video, like collaborating. Like if you have one machine, you're like, hey, I need you to go in there and edit that, and then you do it. But it's like you're almost there in real time. So you get like stereo audio. I think it supports HDR, if I'm not mistaken. It's a lot of things. So I'm going to make a full video on it. I already have all the notes and everything. So I got a lot of stuff I'm working on that.
Like
cool stuff.
Like hidden utilities for sure. Because that's all so useful, man. And these ecosystem moments just get nicer and nicer, especially as you get like if you have these higher end kind of pieces of hardware, being able to do that is amazing. It just kind of saves so much time and
another thing. I guess I shouldn't talk about this, but it's like one more. So I did a video like probably 8 years ago about Thunderbolt networking. Have you used that before? Have you done that?
Thunderbolt networking? No.
Yeah. So being able to have basically IP over Thunderbolt. So basically that's how I was connecting to my Mac Mini. I just used the Thunderbolt connection and used bridge mode and bridged them together, and I was able to have this super high speed connection from my Mac.
So it's acting almost like a high powered Ethernet cable?
Yeah, basically it's like so for instance, maybe you don't have like it's going to be faster than your gigabit Ethernet, right?
Yeah.
So say you don't have a Mac with 10 gig Ethernet or two Macs with 10 gig Ethernet, and you want to connect them together, but a high speed direct connection, well, you could just use Thunderbolt between the two and then network over Thunderbolt. It's pretty cool.
Interesting.
I have a video on that as well. So, and that kind of correlates with the high performance mode because you can kind of do both. There's a lot of stuff. I'm pretty hyped about. So
run it. Everybody leave comments
Yeah.
and make sure Jeff gets these videos out because that's useful stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, and it's evergreen
for
stuff.
sure.
People will always go back to find. Like you said, you're talking about a video you made 8 years ago that's still relevant in 2026.
I actually had
That's
to
crazy.
look up my video to learn how to remember how to do it because I couldn't find it anywhere. Like I was like searching and then I like saw some forums and they were like, there was like linked to my video and I'm like, oh, I made
That's
this. I forgot about yeah. Yeah. So it was handy
That's
because
funny.
I forgot how to do it. So yeah, very handy.
Damn, so it sounds like we got some
Alrighty.
good stuff coming soon.
We do. It's exciting
Yeah.
times. I got a lot to talk about. So I'm sure you do as
Bring
well.
it.
But yeah.
Always.
So anyway, I will talk to you next week.
Yeah, let's wrap this thing up.
Yeah.
And see let's see if Apple, because we thought that Apple was going to release a MacBook Pro this week, the M5 Pro or something like that, but I guess we're holding off a little longer, and we'll see what happens next week.
Yeah, for sure. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Obviously, subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. We'll catch you next time.
Thanks, everybody. Peace.
See ya.